Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as we do each and every day. Also, breaking news, Brazil's biggest bank launches Bitcoin trading to all customers, meaning it has 60 million customers now. In Latin America, let's freaking go. Also, Bitcoin whale accumulation reaches pre-2020 bull run levels. Is Bitcoin finally set to break 70,000? I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin runes, outperforms BRC20, and on-chain activity. Also, major breaking news. Trump wants Bitcoin made in the USA after hosting mining industry heads and meeting up with Bitcoin Magazine. Also breaking news. Max Keiser shares that the US hash rate war with Iran can send the Bitcoin price to $500,000 per coin. Also breaking news. Russia's Moscow Stock Exchange officially suspends all trading in US dollars and euros. Can you say Bitcoin global hash war intensifies? We'll also be discussing a massively bullish price prediction from Jan 3's Samson Mow. He's anticipating Bitcoin on an explosive rise to $10 million per coin. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. Make some noise in the live chat. We streaming on 5 platforms right now. We're live on X, we're live on Rumble, we're live on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Let's go. Another beautiful day here is June 12, 2024. First and foremost, happy birthday, Molly. She's one of our moderators and OGs here on the channel. Wish her a very special happy birthday. We greatly appreciate all your service. In fact, we appreciate the service of all the moderators who do this for free just because they want to give back and help out. We got the best mods that you can possibly have, from JC Ice Baby to Digital Dankness to K Surge to Molly to K Jam to Dat Sick to Chandy and the rest of the fam. Thanks again. We greatly appreciate ya. Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. First and foremost, always greatly appreciated. Shout out Darth Melda, another incredible moderator here. El Dorena, welcome. Devon, another incredible moderator here. Huddle Michael, welcome. Abel Gonzalez, let's get it. Puerto Rico in the building, representing as we do each and every day. Shout out JBZ. What it do, JBZ? What's poppin'? What's new? What's good in the hood? Holla. Big happy B-Day for Molly. Thank you for that, Greg. We appreciate it. This is the fam, and that's what makes us the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. We truly have the best Bitcoin fam in the chat. You guys are awesome. This is a live and interactive show, first and foremost. So please do let me know where you're tuned in from. We got the Nippinator in the background, kicking it, chilling. Nippinator says happy birthday, Molly, as well. Stream as smooth as Gensler's head. Fantastic, Alan. Fantastic. Shout out I3. Good to hear it, brother. Happy birthday, Molly. A lot of birthday wishes for Molly. We appreciate that. A lot of birthdays been already popping off this month. Shout out Steve. Shout out Mike. Let's get it. Bitcoin in the house. And considering we're still at $67,000, take it away.
Bitcoin, 60G, 60G.
Buying opportunity for 5th level sexy G's. What do you think, JV? Oh, by the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty, not me. I'm for the bitty. I'm for the Nippinator. I'm for Nipsey, not for the weirdo Kit Kat kitty cat. A kitty cat. I'm for stacking the stats.
Stacking them sats. That's what's up. Shout out Jerry Reynolds. Always a pleasure, family. Good to see you tuned in from Bangkok, Thailand. Only Bitcoin fans, hang in there tight. The ride is going to be turbulent, but remember, Bitcoin always prevails. Amen to that. Ronan Cash, JV, haven't been on a live, but listening at work. Appreciate you, Ronan. All good, brother. Thanks for checking in. Hi from Belgium. Shout out Cordo. What it do? Welcome everyone joining us.
Stack the sats, ain't no thing, baby. It's a chance to stack those sats. Chance to stack those big T's. heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin.
Let's go. I got my mind on my bitties and my bitties on my mind. JBZ, New Orleans representing. Good morning from Korea. Is that South Korea there, Koom? Let me know. What do you think of the plan is with all those Russian submarines and ships? I mean, that's a great question there, family. We can discuss the geopolitics on the uncensored version of the pod. We like to keep the pod version here on the tube focused on crypto first and foremost and fam friendly. What's the second best crypto? It's a fantastic question there, Motive.
Mine on my Bitcoin and my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's, a buying opportunity.
Shout out Chandy for producing these jammy jams. Straight fire.
Bitcoin.
Shout out to the Hudson Hawk Cobras, Samurais, Slap You Sober, representing James Nelson, Pasco County. Let's go.
Bitcoin. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd.
Shout out Mike Russell. Shout out Monica. Pleasure to have you here from Manila, Philippines in the building. Bonjour from Montreal, Canada, eh? What up, y'all? What up, Jay Ford? What's poppin'? That's right. There is no second best. It's going up forever, Laura.
Sell, don't sell, no sell, no I won't Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout. Bitcoin. Roger out, Roger out.
There you go. Greg says, I'm an ancient submariner. We're all cool and love to party. Amen to that. Party it up. Bitcoin back in the green. We love to see that. We did tap 69 earlier. We did correct some before I went live, but we're back in the green right now, up 250 for the day, trading above 67.7 according to Bitbo. Aloha, Chris Robinson, welcome. What up? What up? Beautiful San Diego in the building. Shout out Goldsberry. We're streaming live and in the flesh. This is a 2-hour live stream each and every day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. JV preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. Please repost this, spread the word, smash the likes, subscribe, and let people know we live. I appreciate it. South Korea in the building. Shout out Cum138. Kitty cat, yeah, who cares about a roaring kitty, some boring kitty? We got Nipsey stacking them biddies. Just saying. It don't get no better than that. What's the second best cryptocurrency? I thought you'd never ask, broski.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Very nice. Did we even tap 70 already? Good to note. When I woke up this morning, it was 69, and then we just dropped a little bit. But overall in the green, markets are looking strong. I got a lot of bullishness to share with you today. A lot of breaking news. Trump endorsing Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining in the USA. Brand new prediction from Max Keiser. Hash wars inevitable, playing out in real time. Going to send the Bitcoin price to 500,000. I even have a bullish 10 million Bitcoin price prediction for you today from Samson Mow, and a lot of just breaking news in general. All bullish for the market. Beautiful time. 10 million will come in. The space is absolutely insane. Shout out E. I mean, for real, if you don't believe Bitcoin could hit 10 million, I don't think you genuinely understand Bitcoin, and nobody is saying Bitcoin to 10 million tomorrow. Just FYI. No one said that. The feds are affecting the market as always. Up, down, up, down, up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right. BA, select, start. I think that was like the 100 men cheat code in Contra back in the original NES. What do you guys know about that? Up, down, left, right. BA, select, start. I think that was the cheat code. Crazy how that works. Some things you just never forget from the unconscious memory, like your very first phone number and Contra cheat codes for the NES. Just saying. Max reposted another one of your posts. Love you both. Shout out Max Keiser. Greatly appreciate Max's support. And shout out Molly again. Happy birthday. And thank you for spending your very special day with us. If you guys are just tuning in and joining us, please wish Molly a very happy birthday. We tapped 70,000 already today. That's what's up. Not too shabby. So we recaptured 70 Gs. And then we had, I would imagine, a bunch of liquidations of longs. So looks like the market maker wins. A generation from now, one Satoshi will trade at what one Bitcoin trades at now? Whoa, that's mind-boggling to fathom. So are you telling me one Satoshi is going to trade for 67,000? Even one Satoshi at $1 means 100 million Bitcoin price. Just $1 per Satoshi. Right now, you can probably get like 1,500 of them for $1. So stack them sats, family. The Mario Bros. Well, shout out to the Mario Bros. They knew what was up. They loved that psilocybin mushroom. Just saying. That was the cheat code? No, but I remember the cheat code. That was Contra, bro. Maybe, but I remember Contra. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All-time high so close I can taste it. It's my B-Day too. Wow. Double birthday celebration, fiesta extravaganza. Squirrel Bait and Molly both share the same birthday on June 12th. What a beautiful thing. Happy birthday to you too, Squirrel Bait. JV, 100,000 party in Puerto Rico. I am there. I'll see you there, Mike. Be sure to join the Discord, discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. Get more insights there when they're announced. More spirit to you. There you go. How many Satoshis are in one Bitcoin? 100 million. So one Bitcoin is divisible by 100 million sats, aka Satoshis, meaning once a Satoshi is equivalent to $1, that would take the Bitcoin price to 100 million per coin. That's right, 100 million per coin. What up, JV? What up, Mick Foofinator? Good to see you. Birthday love celebration here. We love it. We appreciate it. But anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, very important to smash those likes. Hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon and make sure to turn on all notifications so you get notified each and every day when I go live. Also, please repost this over on X. It's greatly appreciated. The more eyeballs we can get on the stream, the better. Today is pod episode number 1668. I'm your host, JV. It's June 12, 2024. A lot of bullishness and breaking news in the market. Welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. It's a pleasure to have you here. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. We got Bitcoin back in the green, baby, which we love to see. In fact, I was told we already captured 70,000 earlier today, but it was very brief and then we corrected down, but still overall in the green, trading above 67,800 at the time of the live stream. We also have Ether, Solana, XRP, Cardano, and AVAX, all the major alts back in the green, baby. And also checking out CoinMarketCap.com. We're sitting at a 2.52 trillion market cap with roughly 80 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance has been on the climb lately, currently 54.2%, with the Ether dominance back on the decline at 17.2%. My question for the broskies in the chat: how high do you think this Bitcoin dom will likely climb for the rest of this year and for next year as a cycle peak? Holla. I'm saying easy peasy 60%. We may even hit 70%, but I want to know your thoughts, family. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got LPT up 19%, Injective up 14%, and Notcoin up 12%. Below that, we have Uni, we have Lido DAO, Pendle, Tau, and Render, followed by Stacks. Now, which particular alts are you guys most bullish on for this particular bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Good Lord. Safe to say 95% of the market in the green and pumping. Much needed after a very bearish, I would say, past couple of weeks. And also checking out on the monthly to get a broader perspective. It's almost like 50-50, maybe 60-40 overall, but we do have some respective gainers. Some of these meme coins have been blowing up. Brett up almost 400% on the month. Jasmy up 100%. We have Ondu up 70%. Pepe up 50%. Bonk up 31%, etc. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, one of my favorite indicators, shows we're currently rated 72. Greed, yesterday 74. Last week 75. And last month at 57 in greed. So there you have it. Crypto fam, where do you feel the Bitcoin price action will likely take us for this month of June? Holla, holla, holla. And again, happy birthday to Squirrel Bait and Molly. We greatly appreciate all the support from the fam. Squirrel's the best. Best to you. Happy birthday. Non-birthday to the rest of you. Shout out One House. That's what's up. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, XYZ. What it do? Welcome to the stream, fam. Smash it up. Smash the likes. We appreciate it. Swift coin is up 15%, says Gulf Shores. Bitcoin, whoa, big numbers. Happy surf session to you, Molly. Oh, that's right. You are surfer girls. Love it. Shout out Moonstone. Good to see you, family. If we get an Ether ETF, maybe Sol 2, and Bitcoin could hit, say, 500 Gs, and Bitcoin dominance never hit 60% because the alts are also doing great. Good point there. If the alts are doing fantastic, that could take share from Bitcoin, but typically when Bitcoin goes on its almighty roar and goes parabolic, a lot of the alts capitulate into Bitcoin, and then vice versa after the run. They go back into the overall altcoin market, so we shall see. Not financial advice. Thanks for the reminder. Candles don't lie. This show is pure for entertainment and speculation. This is not investment advice we give whatsoever. That includes everyone in the chat. This is just an entertainment-based show, first and foremost. Do your own research. JC Ice, call in for $100,000. I love to see it. By what date do you think that will turn into fruition, Jennifer? Let me know. Jay Ford, bullish on AVAX, Stacks, ARB, Jupe, FTM, NFA, DD, and DYOR. I appreciate you sharing. Thanks for the retweet. That's sick. We appreciate it. And shout out again, Max, for the retweet. And Samson Mow and everyone else. You guys are awesome. 182 already on X. Not too shabby. YouTube got you beat X. We already got 230-ish over on the tube. So if you guys are on X watching the stream, if you can repost it, spread the word. It's always appreciated. Let's get it. Matcha this morning, then Ticino. Enjoy that. Sounds good to me. Thanks for the retweets. That's sick. Alts never go anywhere until Bitcoin does. And if Bitcoin dives, the alts follow in a more epic fashion. That's right. So when Bitcoin corrects, hypothetically say it does a 10% correction, which occurs time to time, or even as high as 20%, the alts go wreck city, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90% corrections, depending upon the coin and the market cap. So you got to keep that in mind as well. If Bitcoin doesn't win, none of your altcoins win. So you should all be praying for the success of Bitcoin to continue. Just FYI. 3 weeks we pumped to the new highs. I dozed off after lunch the third week in June, JB. Third week of... Whoa! Next week. 100,000 next week. So you're in alignment with Credible Crypto's 100,000 price prediction within the next 10 days. Respect. I hope you're right. One of my best friends' name is Brett, was going to buy in for fun. Nope. I live in New York. Melda, Dirty. What up, Dirty? Will BlackRock own 1 million biddies and the price still be 60, 70,000? I'm highly skeptical. Obviously, they already have over 300,000 Bitcoin. They're now the largest holder of Bitcoin. However, those prices got to go up. They can't stay stagnant forever, family, in my humble opinion. 100,000 Bitcoin could be overnight. This is so true, Mike. All it takes is one single God candle. And I'm going to be sharing some very bullish price predictions that can take us there very soon. So stick around. Aliens might land overnight. I did see on the mainstream news, they are admitting that alien life is real and they could be living in the moon or in the earth, and they could be, presumed as human looking. So that's an interesting story for another topic, another day. Let's freaking go. $100,000, Steven. Well, is the question, are the aliens here for the biddies? That's the question. They're going to be like, take me to your stinky leader. Then they're going to actually smell the stinky leader and be like, ET, phone home. Just give me your biddies. I go home. Sometimes I think the chat is a random number generator. Word out, Robert. Already 200 on X. That's what's up. Appreciate it. Whoa, 292 on X. Just reposted. Thank you, Devon. We're climbing. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Aliens must, or the aliens might. I mean, we'll see. They say Bitcoin is God hacking humanity. What are your thoughts on that? The aliens are just going to be like, don't take me to your leader. Just take me to your biddies and we phone home. We'll leave you guys alone. Keep it for the Rumble, JV. Good insights there, JC. Bitcoin is celestial, aligned celestially. 100%. It's heavenly. The summer solstice is 8 days out. Ooh, June 20th, 2020. Yeah, June 20th. Prep for the takeoff, T-minus 8 days and counting. Whoa. So it's a divine omen. 100,000 incoming. Third week of June. Send it. I'm ready. Happy 420 to the fam. It is 420 here right now in New York as well as in Puerto Rico. If the last cycle should have been 100 Gs, then this cycle should hit a milli. Send it, Mungo. We did discuss the other day Plan B's prediction of 800,000 as a cycle peak next year in 2025. Pretty close to a milli. 52 already on Rumble. Shout out to the Rumble fam. 68 Gs, baby. That's right, mob. What up, Donald Duck? On what day is your birthday? You're referring to the infamous JV? That is on the 11th of February. In fact, I think we hit $50,000 the following day after my birthday, if I recall properly there, Jennifer, which was a big milestone for Bitcoin, being sub 50,000 for the longest time. Anunnaki actually just wanted the biddies. Go figure. Go figure. June 20th it is. Send it. 100 G's. Full moon pump on the 26th takes the biddy skyward past a couple of 100 G's. That's it? Just a couple of 100 G's?
Pump, 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 pump it up. Pump, 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 pump it up.
But anyways, fam, let's continue with our Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out some of the charts where the price action is likely to take us. Headline reads, Bitcoin price shoots up 1,500 in seconds. As US CPI shows, inflation a slowing. That's right here. We're looking at the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin spiked higher into the June 12th Wall Street Open after United States inflation data delivered a surprise drop. But look at that big fat green candle we got taking us above 69,000 before the correction. Now, TradingView captured a snap Bitcoin price surge of 69.6 over on Bitstamp. Bitcoin gaining 1,500 in seconds as the May print of the CPI showed inflation cooling faster than expected. That's right. Month-on-month CPI was unchanged from the last month, while the year-on-year tally was 3.3%, both 0.1% lower than forecasted, quoting the Bureau of Labor Statistics from the United States. The all items index rose 3.3% for the 12 months ending May, a smaller increase than the 3.4% increase for the 12 months ending April. The all items less food and energy index rose 3.4% over the past 12 months. As outlined here, the result was a boon for risk assets, including crypto, which suffered in the run-up to CPI and which had become a classic behavior for Bitcoin, as well as the alts. Now the market's braced for the June meeting of the FOMC, due later on the day. Here, the decision on interest rate changes, as well as the commentary by Jay Powell, would be the key importance to the sentiment in the market. Reacting to the latest events, financial commentator TED Talks Crypto was optimistic. CPI, he suggested, had been Powell's the green light to entertain an overall easing of tight financial policy in the form of higher rates. The stage is set for Jay Powell to talk easing. Let's go. And then we have another analyst, Mikhail Van de Popp, who shared the dollar and treasury yields are dropping significantly as the markets are expecting rate cuts to be happening. This could be the massive sign for altcoins and Bitcoins. My question for y'all, do you think there will be a rate cut? Holla, let me know. Meanwhile, futures brightens for Bitcoin-friendly policy easing. Bitcoin erased the losses that had come courtesy of the U.S. employment data the prior week. Further, such figures were due at the end of the week, leaving the door open to further Bitcoin price volatility. The latest estimates from the CME Group's FedWatch tool showed shifting market bets on when rate cuts could come, with September's FOMC meeting now at over 70%. So what are your thoughts? And also breaking news, Brazil's biggest bank launches Bitcoin trading to all their customers. It has 60 million customers in Latin America. That's right, Brazil, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is the largest place out there in South America. And considering it's one of the largest countries, if not the largest, I'm going to speculate that their population is hundreds of millions. So having 60 million customers having access to Bitcoin is a pretty big freaking deal. Game theory in full effect, family. Let's freaking go. So there you have it, yo. Welcome, everyone, joining the live stream. We live and in the flesh. Backdoor, not a ledger either. This is dirty. What are we referring to the backdoor? Hackable hardware wallets? 5 to 6% is nothing. I remember when I bought my first house in the mid-'80s, I paid 10%. 2 years later, I refied to 6.5%. and felt lucky. What are the interest rates right now? I'm going to assume they're extremely high. Is it only 5-6%? I would assume they're like 7 or 8%, but I don't know. That's why I'm asking. So let me know where we're at currently. I do recall, though, not too long ago, a few years ago, rates dropped the lowest we have seen them in a very long time. In fact, my brother took advantage of it and purchased a house for like 2.9% interest rate. I'm like, whoa. And now if he wanted to refi, it would make no logical sense because the rates are just way higher. Kathy Woods, backdoor homie. Come on now, dirty. This is a family-friendly show, bro. JC, I got you. Yes, it was February 12th. We hit 50 G's for the first time. Thanks for the confirmation. So that was the day after my birthday. And we also celebrate Nipsey's birthday on my birthday because he was adopted. And my daughter was also born on my birthday. So we share a very special birthday here at the house. 3 birthdays, same day. Nippinator, JV, and my little one. That's how it is. 5-6%. Yeah. 7.6% interest rates currently. Yes, that's kind of high. But I've also read stories of back in the day, interest rates can go to 20%. I've seen tweets from Max Keiser. You know what I mean? 2.3% under Trump for a while. Yes, that was like a while back, yo. That makes sense. Prime is about 8%. What's going on? Shout out Trini. How you been, broski? It's been a minute. Grab it like a rubber band. Molly, based on the info available, the current average interest rate for the 30-year fixed mortgage is 7.13%. Exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you, Molly. I'm at 3% and can't refi or take out equity. Exactly. You don't want to change that rate to 7%. We need Trump back to bring the rates back down. We're going to be discussing Trump here shortly. Stick around. Don't forget to slap the happy with that like button. Give JV some love for his daily hard work. Greatly appreciated, Dankness. And a reminder, we have 2 special birthdays here in the live chat today. It is Molly's birthday, and it is Squirrel Bait's birthday. So happy birthday to the crypto fam. Average price of homes in the 80s was 1.5 times the average income. Today, they're 7 times the income. Good Lord, Jose. Yeah, yo, that's pretty wild. But I ain't letting go of my current 3.2% mortgage. Exactly. Wouldn't make sense, right? Howdy, howdy, howdy. 11, 11, 11. I dig the 11s. 12.5% is the true inflation rate. That's right, one house. Warren G. They don't see what I see every day as Warren G. Shout out Warren McCarthy. Appreciate you, brother. Regulating these streets. Regulators! Moan on. Bitcoin Trini, what it do? Hey, bro, been a minute. Shout out T. Dillard. Birthday wishes for the fam. Rate cuts help asset hodlers, but it kicks the can down the road at the detriment of our future. Not good for the kiddos. That's right, JBZ. Monetary debasement, at least 20%. Keyword, at least. I feel for people today that have to move money to buy a new home. Word up. BD says Mob Marley. Welcome, Mob Marley. Spark that 420. You know what I mean? 211, February 11, 2021 was a bad day in the markets. 2 weeks of Biden. Well, FJB. How about that? Take that, JB. Right? I don't like JB. His initials are way too similar to JV. Just saying. There's only one JV. Pool party soon. Let's do it up. Let's go. They not like us. We on the crypto bus. JV brings the crypto news to us. Amen. In Jesus' name we praise. I'm about that hodl life. Hodl be thy name. Shout out to the hodl gang. Shout out to all the members of the channel as well. Greatly appreciate all the support. There we go. Now we're talking, Molly. Hashtag FJB. Bring it.
Pump it up. Look, pump it up if your game went long. When the dip hit, you just stay like King Kong.
Where's the sage? Fire it up. Oh, you bet your bottom dollar. We're about to fire the sage up. I got myself a new lighter, or at least a different lighter that works. Junior Varsity, JV. How dare you? We all connected at the bottom, like the letter V. You know what I mean? I'm 59 years old. I'm in get to zero debt mode. Amen to that. Planning to retire in Mexico in 2028. You may not want to retire there considering the state of politics, which we can discuss on the uncensored version of the show later. I have some friends leaving Mexico for that reason, relocating to Bali. What up, Serge? Sell your house and the chairs and buy a caravan and invest into the biddies. JV rules, Vernie. Wrote 20,000 leagues under the sea. Under the sea. ETA on the ETH ETFs up and a running. I would assume possibly this month. I don't have an exact date because I don't think an exact date was speculated. But a lot of the analysts said this month we can get the green light and they could officially go live. We shall soon see. They already got the green light to get approved. So it's just a matter of the launch at this point. What's different, when the Bitcoin ETF got approved, they launched simultaneously the following day. The approval was January 10th, right? And then 11th, they went live. I don't know why the ETH one is taking longer. Are they using the Hunter conviction to keep your eyes away from the real corruption in the government? Great question. I asked myself the same question. How's the capital gains tax in Puerto Rico? 0 capital gains, fam. I'm glad you asked. That's if you qualify under Act 60 and make this your primary residence and spend 183 days plus out of the year on this beautiful island. 0% capital gains on all investing. That includes real estate and cryptocurrency. Are you a Gemini? No. My pops was a Gemini. June birthday. So I would assume that Molly and Squirrel Bait are Geminis. JB, guess what? I am going to Puerto Rico in the first week of July for a few days. Vacay. We're going to have to link up, Serge, just because you're a moderator. I'd love to meet you. That's what's up. Congratulations. And that's right around the corner, a few weeks out. Yeah, man, we'll have to link up. Mexico is no bueno. For real, for real. I'm starting to love these FOMC meetings more. Dipsies, yay. Shout out Lock Sky. Welcome to the stream, family. Welcome everyone just joining us. We got a lot of news to share, a lot of bullishness as well. Our next story of the day headline reads, Bitcoin whale accumulation reaches pre-2020 bull run levels. Is Bitcoin set to break 70 Gs? Well, this morning we already touched it and tapped it, so why not? Bitcoin accumulation by the whales or entities holding at least 1,000 biddies has hit a nearly 4-year high, which hasn't been seen since 2020, according to Bitfinex, quoting them here. Adding another layer to this bullish sentiment, Bitcoin whales are also accumulating Bitcoin at a pace reminiscent of the pre-2020 bull run. This accumulation, now at its highest in the last 2 months, has led to a new historical high in their Bitcoin balance. And I like to say, follow the smart money. Who do you think the smart money is? The whales, those massively accumulating. That's the smart money. And look at this chart. Factors like an anticipated interest rate cut and increased institutional buying could lead to more upwards momentum for Bitcoin, according to the Bitfinex analysts, quoting them again. Looking forward, several factors could potentially reignite Bitcoin's upwards trajectory. These include an increase in average daily ETF buying activity, a reduction in selling pressure from the long-term hodlers, and a rise in liquidity, which could be triggered by the anticipated rate cut. Now on June 10th, the spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US recorded their first day of net outflows in over 19 consecutive trading days. The 10 US ETFs saw almost 65 million worth of outflows, according to Farside, as outlined right here. You can see on June 12th. Now, Bitcoin has successfully confirmed the 66 mark as its new support on the weekly chart, and analysts Rec Capital shared the following. Bitcoin has successfully retested the black mid-range as support, which is that 66 level on the recent pullback. Any downside volatility below the back is bonus territory. And we bounced pretty nicely off of that very short-lived dip, and we right back to where we're currently at. Meanwhile, Bitcoin short-term hodler realized price rose to 63.7 on June 11th. According to Look Into Bitcoin, during the bull cycles, the short-term hodler realized price often acts as a dynamic support line for the Bitcoin price action. And quoting co-founder of Apollo, Thomas Farrer, we simply have to wait it out until we complete the market reset, which sets a new floor. Then 65 to 70,000 becomes a base, much in the same way 10,000 became a base back in 2020. So there you go, crypto fam. What are your thoughts on that? Where do you feel the price action will take us? Do you think we recapture the 70,000 sometime here soon? Do you think we can hit 100,000 as Jennifer is predicting within the next 10 days? And as analysts that I shared the other day, Credible Crypto is predicting? Let me know either way what your thoughts are, family, and I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome to the live stream. We're live and in the flesh on 5 platforms right now, doing it like no other. We're live on Rumble, on X, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Kick. We greatly appreciate y'all's support. Show some love, repost this, spread the word. Let them know the Nippinator is live. Look at the Nippinator, that fine specimen right behind me. The one and only mascot of the show, my sidekick, my partner in crime, Nipsey. Give it up. Follow the whales. That's what I'm saying. Follow the smart money, not the dumb money. You want to know who the dumb money follows? Jim Cramer, Senator Elizabeth Warren, Jamie Dimon, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger. Rest in peace, Charlie. But just saying, Mexico is bueno in Tijuana. Good Chinese food. If you know what I mean, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Hong Kong. Well, shout out Hong Kong is the place to be because it's a crypto hub as well, just as Puerto Rico is a crypto hub. In fact, many refer to Puerto Rico as the crypto mecca of the United States. I'll explain why later if you didn't know that. And obviously, the Bitcoin country is the one and only El Salvador. Shout out Nayib Bukele. Fire Nipsey Hussle. 100,000 July 4th. Send it. What a great Independence Day that would be, eh? My daughter still geeks out about how cute the Nippinator is. Oh, that's what's up. Shout out to your daughter there, Alan. Appreciate it. Yeah, so short, if Mexico is no bueno in 2028, there's always Panama, Costa Rica, or Belize. Yeah, plenty of options. Plenty of options. Just get your passport ready, fam. JV and George, our favorite YouTubers. I know you about to blow up. Thank you, and shout out to George. We're all George. All-time high will be end of July, in my opinion. Right on. I respect that opinion, Darth. Send it. So all-time high in this piece. Bring it. We about to get out, dude. You got to get out when you got to get out. My dog is snoring. Is that an indicator? Yeah, that's the snoring indicator. That means the markets are quiet right now. But don't worry. When that dog awakens, you know what to do. Portugal, another great option. I hear they have very favorable tax laws out there. In fact, I met some folk who were bragging about the fact there's zero taxes that they're paying over in Portugal. I don't know how legit all of that is, but I've heard the rumors. I like Belize. Beautiful weather. Nice. I've never been to Belize. I'd love to visit. George SOL sucker can take a hike. Word up, Tony. We're all George. I do have fun with that part. My boyfriend's legal name is George. Oh, no way. So I feel left out. Shout out Chandy. And shout out your boyfriend, George. We're all JV. That's right. We're all not JB. We're all JV. We got to get it very clear there. JV, quiet markets. I don't know. Why not? When they're snoring. I will buy a house in Portugal because of all the war in the Middle East and Europe. Word up, Monaco. Are you in Monaco? I heard that's like one of the wealthiest countries in the world where like all the concentrated wealth is. I've never been to Monaco, but I've heard so many stories out there from people who love it. But I heard you got to be very rich obviously to be able to afford living out there. Europe is great for retirement, but too for us, for the parents in their late 80s by 2028. I bought the dip of 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 the dip. I dig it. I'm glad you got that, Raja. I am JB. Oh, you are JB. Snap. So every time we say FJB, we're not referring to JBZ. Just for the record, we're always referring to Mr. Poopy Pants, the one and only, residing president of the United States right now. I'm just saying. Lots of Mayan ruins, too, in Belize. Oh, wow. That's what's up. I visit a lot of the Mayan ruins over in Mexico. Justin Bieber is a JB. Damn it. I'm not disrespecting him either. I was a fan of, I'm still a fan of JB. He gets his peaches out in Georgia. You know what I mean? Respect to him. He gets his weed in California. I got to respect that. I'm just saying. Monaco is. That's what's up, Guido. Next level rich. That's what I've heard. No, I was born in Munich, Bavaria, which is also called Monaco. Oh, interesting. I would take it around that area. What do you think about Trump meeting with the Bitcoin magazine? Ooh, we're going to get into that story here in a bit. Patience, young grasshopper. Patience. Let's continue talking about getting our peaches down in Georgia and our weed in California. And shout out to the Justin Bieber. Monaco is pricey, but try living here in California. California. Monaco is a tiny country in the Mediterranean coast. By the way, France and Italy. And yes, you want to live there. You better have a very deep wallet or very deep biddies, eh? There you go, Greg. Shout out Lock Sky, just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Congratulations, Jose Cuevo, Sean C, T Dillard, a Banana Man. Hey, Virtual Gold LLC. You've all been hooked up with the MicroStrategy membership on the channel. On behalf of the one and only Lock Sky, we greatly appreciate that, Lock, holding us down. Brazil in the house. Big news out of Brazil today. 60 million customers getting exposure to the biddies through the largest bank. Shout out Ricardo. Appreciate you, brother. What's the population over there in Brazil? I'm going to speculate 300 million. I know it's massive. I know it's in the hundreds of mils. I don't know the exact number. That's why. Let me know. Heard Monaco is only a few square miles. Yeah, it's a very small place. Always get my moon rocks from Cali. I get my moon rocks out in Cali. Yeah, that's it. I might have to sample that track now. I get my beaches out in Georgia. Ooh, that's it. You know what I mean? We appreciate the memberships. Read a thing today that Miami, Florida is the most expensive place to live in the U.S. Well, there's some areas in Miami where the real estate, all the famous people have the $30 million mansions. I know exactly those islands you're talking about. But as a generality, like, there's obviously ghettos in Miami, so it would all depend upon what area we're discussing here. Wow, 250 million in Brazil. Imagine that. Imagine Bitcoin becoming a legal tender in a country with 250 million, right? That's almost as big as the United States. I think the U.S. probably has 300 to 350 million. Can someone verify that? Let me know. Grace Kelly was the Queen of Monaco. Oh, word. 300 million people in Brazil. Are you kidding me? We're not kidding. I think they said 250. We got the 250. Florida Panhandle is, that's Roy Jones from the Panhandle. Pensacola, yo. Very cheap out there. You can get some acreage. I left California 13 years ago. Much happier. Yeah, I left California a long time ago, too. Brazil, here we go. Official numbers of 2022, 203 million. So, yeah, hundreds of million folk. 60 million using the largest bank. Those numbers make sense. Thank you, K-Jam. Actually, Miami is sinking right now. It's being flooded. Yeah, here's why I don't like Miami. The traffic is horrendous. I'm not a big fan of the overpopulated areas, and I would say Miami is most definitely overpopulated and will continue to be overpopulated. Crypto Surge says it's being flooded right now with bad weather. I didn't know that. 330 on X. Shout out to the X Clan, X Fam, holding it down. 370 million in the U.S. Whoa. So that means I need 370 million followers so I can say my following to Crypto News Alerts is larger than the United States of America. Help me, family. I need your help. To be mined in America, Miami Gardens. Word up. Anyways, next story of the day. We got a lot to share. We're going to be discussing Bitcoin runes, then the latest with Trump's interview with Bitcoin Magazine, embracing the Bitcoin miners in the United States to protect us from CBDCs. Then we'll be discussing brand new news from Max Keiser, predicting game theory, taking the Bitcoin price to 500,000 per coin, followed by a very bold prediction from Samson Mow of hitting 10 million per coin, followed by some live Q&A. So we got a lot to cover. Welcome, family, just joining us. So yeah, while Bitcoin takes up the lion's share of the blockchain network on most days, a clear winner has emerged from the bandwidth war between the Bitcoin standards, ordinals, BRC20, and runes. On-chain activity is a good indicator of the real-time market demand and overall community interest since its launch on 420. Happy 420, fam. Runes, a standard for creating NFTs on Bitcoin, has dethroned the long-standing ordinals and the BRC20 standards in terms of transaction share, as outlined right here by Dune Analytics. In 2024, the BRC20 token standard took up over 50% of the Bitcoin blockchain bandwidth for 7 days. In contrast, Runes accomplished the same feat in just 10 days, within 3 months of its launch. Runes' latest takeover for the Bitcoin blockchain was recorded on 2 consecutive days, June 10th and the 11th, when the standard took up 51 and 53% of the network bandwidth, which means more than half of the transactions were related to that. That's pretty interesting. This indicates an active interest amongst investors in the ecosystem. However, March 30th, BRC20's transaction share went above 50%, and it had since struggled to keep up with Bitcoin and its new standards. Now, the impact on the Bitcoin mining, let's break down. The increase in the network activity helps the Bitcoin miners maintain monthly revenue. Since its launch, Runes generated nearly 2,500 BTC, valued at roughly 170 million at market value. More transactions and Runes are attributed to minting, and to date, Runes generated 1,377 BTC in mining fees, 61 BTC for etching, and 1,100. Let me reiterate that. 1,011 Bitcoin for edicts. Now, on April 23rd, the Bitcoin network processed over 1.6 million unique transactions between sender and receivers. In the process, it recorded the highest number of confirmed payments. And the launch of the Bitcoin runes played an important role in the spike in the total number of transactions over the Bitcoin network. So there you go, yo. I want to know your feedback and thoughts on runes and ordinals. Do you think it's just a waste of the Bitcoin network, clogging up congestion and rising the fees to make a transaction on the network? Or do you look at it as possibly the future, introducing NFTs to the Bitcoin blockchain and a good thing considering the miners are making money? I want to know your thoughts and where you stand with that before we get into our latest information and news breaking from Donald Trump supporting Bitcoin and Bitcoin miners in the USA. Let's go. I would love to go to Miami. Great food. I think Miami is a great place to visit. Personally, I would never live there. You couldn't convince me to live there, pay me money to live there. Not my cup of tea. But back in the day, you're right, Trini. Back in the day. Anyone heard of Project Mr. Bridge or M-Bridge? I'm not familiar with that one, Gio. Let me know what you know about it. Runes. It's runes. Am I saying ruins or runes? I don't freaking know. It's not ruins. It's runes. Thank you, JC. So I'm going to remember that by saying it repetitively over and over. Runes, 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 runes. Never say ruins, JV, because it's runes. Thank you. I think I got it. No fees, no taxes. Your mouth-watering Mexican chorizo in the house. El chorizo. Do you sell El chorizos, bro? Let me know. Miami Vice City, STX smart contracts. What do I want in a 30-minute chart? Do I want to buy or do I want to sell? Great question. I say buy for the long haul. I trust Bitcoin more than any other crypto coin. Of course you do. You're smart, Molly. Did you hear the story of the man who attempted 8 passwords fail for his biddies? I think he only has 2 password attempts left before it's all seized by encryption. Well, let's all celebrate. We just all got a raise. You know what happens when Bitcoin is lost on the network, including the 1.1 million Bitcoin Satoshi geniusly put in his wallets collectively. That just means our Bitcoin is worth that much more because there can only be less Bitcoin in circulation. So it is what it is. If you forget your keys, you forget your password, sorry. We all are worth more. Our Bitcoins are worth more. Sorry. I don't make up the rules. Did you check out the Internet Bucks? No, I haven't checked out that song yet. Thanks for the reminder, JBZ. Yeah, it's just the free market. Freedom working its way through the Bitcoin blockchain. It's a good thing. It'll all work out. There you go. Hi, everyone. Been a while. Vacay, very busy. Missed you all. We missed you too, Lisa. Today, we got 2 very special birthdays in our chat today. That's what's up. 2 birthdays. Yes, Squirrel Bait and Devon. Let's go. No Diddy. Oh, yeah, I got to say no Diddy when I say that. When I say chorizo, no Diddy. Just Nipsey. One can trade some alts, but savings only in Bitcoin. That's right. So, yes, happy birthday to Molly and Squirrel Bait. It's their special day today, fam. Miami going to be the crypto capital? I don't know. They have a mayor, Francis Suarez, who allegedly gets paid in Bitcoin. I don't know about calling it the crypto capital, for Christ's sake, but you never know. Alzheimer's is bad when you own Bitcoin. Yeah, probably not a good look. Maybe people with Alzheimer's can use the ETF better than nothing. CBDC apparently Saudi Arabia. Oh, I did hear about a pilot launch over in that part of the world. So maybe that's what that M-Bridge is, fam. Geo. Bitcoin dumping or a pumping? Matthew, welcome. Can we get they not like us? Well, they sure as hell not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop.
Just saying. They not like us. What was your worst mistake in crypto? That's a fantastic question from JBZ. What are your responses to that one? For me, man, I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to begin. Investing in anything besides Bitcoin? I guess that wouldn't genuinely be true. So I did pretty good with Ethereum, but eventually capitulated my Ethereum into Bitcoin, and it all worked out. So I really have no regrets. Personally, no Diddy, but give me all of the biddy. Here's one thing. I wish I never invested into Solana back in whenever it was, 2020 or 2021. For some reason, I decided to buy some, and maybe that's my biggest regret. I hate Solana personally. I don't know why I bought it. Thank you for my birthday wishes, JV and the fam. You all made my day. You're very welcome, Molly. Blessings on blessings on blessings. No Diddy, but give me all the biddies. There you go. The AG of the WV trying to get miners to use the old coal mines to mine biddies. That would be good for the miners. Chicks dig Bitcoin. Amen to that, Judson. Chicks dig Bitcoin. She rolled up back. Let's get some Bitcoin slang music. I'll hit you with that. Give me a little bit. Learning about the 20. Wow, I can't even keep up with the chat. There's a good sign. When I can't keep up with all the messages and the comments, that means we're doing something right. So kudos to you guys. What up, Elma Cannon? Your worst mistake was not offering Bitcoin socks in your store? Maybe that's my biggest mistake. I hate Solana too, but not as bad as XRP or BSV. Word up, JBZ. Hedge funds are up to their eyeballs in Bitcoin shorts. Those mofos are suppressing the Bitcoin price. Biggest regret, not buying Bitcoin sooner. I think that's a regret we would all agree with, Warner. All of us here. 100% of us. Not hodl Bitcoin back in 2019. Word. Anyways, fam, let's get into the breaking news with Mr. Trumpster, eh? Yeah, let's break down this headline right here. Trump wants Bitcoin made in the United States of America after hosting a mining industry heads. That's right. Let's just start with the post he did on Truth Social. And I actually tweeted this earlier. Trump on embracing Bitcoin mining in the USA as our last line of defense against the CBDC. And here's word for word what Trump posted on Truth Social. Vote for Trump. Bitcoin mining may be our last line of defense against the CBDC. Biden's hatred of Bitcoin only helps China, Russia, and the radical communist left. We want all the remaining Bitcoin to be made in the USA. And he uses caps lock there with 3 exclamation marks. It will help us be energy dominant. Again, caps locked and 3 more exclamation marks. And he actually also links to Bitcoin Magazine because I think he just did an interview with Bitcoin Magazine. So let's actually read some of the fruits and veggies here. Donald Trump reiterated his support for the Bitcoin mining industry on Wednesday today after hosting a meeting with several execs of United States crypto mining firms in a June 11th post on Trump-owned Truth Social. And my question for the broskies, how many of you are currently using Truth Social? I currently don't have an account. Should I create one for Crypto News Alerts? If I create it, will you guys interact on it and share the stuff? Let me know if it's worthwhile, family. The presidential candidate said he wanted all the remaining Bitcoin to be made in the USA. And again, caps lock, 3 exclamations. He ain't playing no games here. And claimed it would help the country by being energy dominant. He claimed Bitcoin was the country's last line of defense against the central bank digital currency. And I agree with that statement. And I think there's a lot to that because I always viewed Bitcoin as the antidote to the CBDCs. And I also agree. Without Bitcoin, CBDCs are inevitable. So Trump is ultimately saying we need to embrace Bitcoin. It's our only line of defense against that central bank digital currency because he knows they're plotting, and that's what Biden and his regime want. Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell said in March that the U.S. was nowhere near recommending or let alone adopting a central bank digital currency in any form. But guess what? I don't believe Jay Powell. I don't believe anything that criminal says. Do you? Do you trust him? Chairman of the Fed? Personally, I don't have any trust for these mofos. But anyways, it comes after Trump earlier hosted Bitcoin miners at his Florida Mar-a-Lago residence, including Riot Platform CEO Jason Les and the firm's public policy head Brian Morgenstern and CleanSpark executive chairman Matthew Schultz and TerraWolf board member Armando Fabiano. According to the post on X, Fabiano posted that the group discussed with Trump how Bitcoin mining can help with strengthening the electrical grid and fostering more job creation. Also, CleanSpark Schultz told Bloomberg that Trump promised to support the sector should he be elected president in November, as shared also by Jason Les. Very good meeting with President Trump on Bitcoin and U.S. energy dominance. So there you have it. Ultimately, United States' Trump went full Bitcoin. You got to respect that. Our industry has faced an enormous amount of political struggle fueled by misinformation and misguided narratives, said TerraWolf's Fabiano. Our industry needs politicians that are interested in learning about the benefits of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. Meanwhile, sleepy, creepy Stinky Pants Joe proposed a 30% electricity tax on Bitcoin miners in the country. I'm not surprised. That's ultimately an attack against Bitcoin and Bitcoin miners, the polar opposite of what Trump's trying to do here. And the sector is facing mounting political pressure over its emissions, which we all know the ESG ish is nothing more than FUD. Energy consumption and possible impact on the power grids. Again, anything this creepy, sleepy, stinky pants Joe says is typically straight up propaganda, just saying. Trump previously said Bitcoin seems like a scam. He did say that. While serving as president in 2021, he also said it undermines the value of the US dollar and he has to protect the dollar. I recall that. But he has recently changed tact in an attempt to court the industry's now cash flush lobbying groups in the lead up to the 2024 presidential elections slated for November 5th. He recently stressed that the U.S. must not settle for second place when it comes to crypto, and even declared himself as the crypto president. Earlier in June, the billionaire also started accepting crypto to fund his presidential campaign in May and hosted dinner for holders of his mugshot NFT. And in fact, as you know, he had his first parole officer meeting on June 10th after he was found guilty on 34 felony counts for falsifying business records on May 30th. And from my understanding, he's already had over $500 million in donations since his eviction, because everyone views those evictions as ultimately unlawful and they're trying to support them. Trump took the virtual interview from his Mar-a-Lago resort, which was rather uneventful and lasted less than 30 minutes, The Hill reported, citing unnamed sources. So there you have it, yo. What are your thoughts on Trump's bullishness with Bitcoin and coming out showing full support and protecting us from a CBDC and now embracing Bitcoin mining, which means that the game theory is in full effect. And we're going to dive deeper into that game theory here shortly with the latest from Max Keiser. So there you have it, family. Voting Trump for the third time, says Lisa. JC, she's back. Trump is the greatest president America ever had, says El Chorizo. Crypto President Trump, says Mike. It's got a nice ring to it, eh? Trump is a money magnet. That is true. I am on truth. It is similar to XJV. I'd interact and you'd get more older people's eyes on Bitcoin. Would be a good move. Thank you. I'm tempted now to create one. Why not? It looks very similar to X. It's ultimately just a copy version of X, right? Trump wanting mining Bitcoin here in the US is just another reason why he is a gangsta. That's keeping it gangsta. Hashtag Trump 2024. Shout out Don George. Trump-a-dong, I say. Trump-a-dong. Trump-a-dong, dong, dong. 411 on X. Let's get those numbers up. Rookie numbers, fam. We need to do a 420 celebration and repost. FOMC today just brought the Trump ratings up. I love it. I love that Trump is embracing Bitcoin and he may be our future president. This is nothing bad for Bitcoin. It's all bullish. Thank you, Serge. Keep safe and record everything. There is no second best. There's a crypto asset called Bitcoin, right? Facts. Can't they use the solar farms or part of them to mine? Many solar farms failed, but lots of equipment. Why not? I think the highest and best usage is for energy is mining Bitcoin. And I think Trump recognizes the importance of it. He don't want to be left behind as a country. And because we're going to be discussing the hash wars playing out in real time, Max just made a post regarding it. That's going to be one of our top stories here in a moment. Stick around. And then we'll be discussing the latest from Samson Mow, projecting 10 million per biddy to prove to you guys that your predictions are way too bearish. What up, JV? J to the motherfucking V. What up, BB? B Bitcoin. They can, they can do anything they want. Shandy, as I watch this, I've been hold for 10 minutes after 30 minutes of other calls with the same bank, just trying to get our allowance increased to spend our own money. Getting it to a Bitcoin exchange, that's I don't even know the proper term I'm thinking of, but a tragedy. Travesty. That's the word I was looking for. That's not cool. So the banks don't even want you to be able to spend your own money to buy Bitcoin, is what you're telling me, Chandy. It's called restrictions. They're just going to make it as difficult as possible for you to use their fiat monopoly money to put it into Bitcoin because they fear the biddies. Hence, all the more reason, if anyone's banking with JP Morgan Chase and that criminal mofo, Jamie Dimon, who's the CEO of that bank, I think you should remove all your money out of that bank and launch a speculative attack against that freaking bank by borrowing money from the bank and buying the biddies the same way Saylor would do it. Just saying. Not investment advice, bro. Entertainment purposes only. But that's what Mikey Saylor would do. I have solar at home and my travel trailer too. They got the kiddos. Word up. Follow my advice, please, says JC. Word up. I think Max Keiser has made more millionaires than anyone else. Second, agreed, might be Da Vinci. Agreed with you on that. We know Da Vinci told people to buy Bitcoin back when it was $1 in 2011. I reposted an actual video of him just as a throwback the other day. Got a lot of love. And Max has been telling people to buy Bitcoin since 2011 via the Keiser report back when it was only $1 as well. But I think obviously Max has reached more people because it was an international syndicated platform, RT, via the Keiser report. So hands down, Max is probably responsible for creating more Bitcoin millionaires than anyone else there is. And I think it was all the way back in 2013 or 2014, Max Keiser announced on air becoming a Bitcoin millionaire, which means today he is a Bitcoin billionaire. That's just speculation. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only, but if you run the math, it's easy to see. In my humble opinion, Max may be the largest holder of Bitcoin on the planet. He just might hold more Bitcoin than Satoshi's wallets. I'll let that sink in, family. Tell me your thinking on that. The banks want us to use to transfer a certain amount of crypto bucks to the banks. That is genius. That's an idea. I love it. I have a problem buying Bitcoin with my Wells Fargo account. Yeah, so borrow all the money you can from them. Don't tell them what you're doing with the money, and then go buy some Bitcoin and show them who's the real boss, Diana. Working on getting a loan to buy my biddies. Music to my ears, JC. Music to my ears. Unfortunately, BlockFi is no longer in existence. Otherwise, that would have been an option to borrow against your biddies, because that's what I did previous cycle. RIP Jerry West, a.k.a. The Logo. What jersey is that you got on, fam? Today, it is the Steph Curry jersey. It's typically a number 11, like Kyrie Irving jersey, but I think my mom may have got me this one for Christmas. Yeah, I think she got me this one. I need to get some more. I need to step up my jersey game. There's a few new jerseys I want. I want a new the Knicks jersey with Bronson. Would be pretty lit. And I'd like to get the new Mavs jersey with Kyrie, because Kyrie's my favorite player, and wishing them well here in the finals. I think the Celtics are beating them currently. Someone fill me in, because I actually don't watch basketball. I just play it. But nonetheless, I digress. Welcome, everyone, joining the live stream. Let's freaking go. Make some noise. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Repost this. Spread the word. Let's go.
More than 5 shots in your stack, then get it on. Had the people on my back to get a song. Reds broke, have a toke, we smoked them like a bomb.
I'll take that as a compliment, Elma, for the worst crypto channel ever. Respect. Thank you for tuning in to the worst channel ever. Says more about yourself there, brother. My husband is going to... Moderators are on that. Whack-a-troll. Sorry, Elma. You're now Elma Fudd. I'm 60 debt-free and buying the biddies. My husband is going to transfer his crypto on my Cole wallet. That's what's up. Smart man, Devon. Very smart man. I might have to borrow from Wells Fargo, and they pay them back as soon as we hit 150. Word. Do it up. I need to get that Penny Hardaway jersey, the blue one with the pins. Oh, that's a classic. You can probably find that one, bro. Bitcoin pumping it up. What size are in your basket jerseys? I'm medium. All my jerseys are medium. I could probably still rock a small, but I'd rather it not be too tight. Whap. JB, mess them up. Precisely. Why are you trolling like ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. No coiners are not like us. No coiners are not like us. They like to spread the FUD. Yeah, they ride the bus. They ride the bus. Facts. Anyways, family, here's the latest from Max Keiser. I'm pretty excited to share this one with you. Headline reads, Max Keiser says, U.S. hash rate war with Iran can send Bitcoin price to $500,000 per coin. That's right. I'm going to start here because I actually wanted to quote him from this news story, quoting Max Keiser. Iran has already got 3% of the global hash rate. So now I think Venezuela will get 3 to 5%. Pretty quickly, said Max. And then at some point, America will say, we've got to enter the 21st century space race of mining Bitcoin. And then they'll try to seek 20% of the hash rate. And then security goes up dramatically. And the price goes up to $400,000 to $500,000 per Bitcoin. And lo and behold, he shared this right around the time Trump just shared his support for the Bitcoin miners. As we just shared, vote for Trump, Bitcoin mining may be our last line of defense against the CBDC, embracing Bitcoin mining in the USA. Now, also, this was breaking news, believe it or not. Russia's Moscow Stock Exchange officially suspends all trading in US dollars in euros. This is an attack on the US dollar. I think Max is on the money here. So Max retweeted and wrote, Bitcoin global hash war intensifies. And before I even read deeper into the story, let's just check Max's timeline here on X, because I think he had some shocking news about the end of the dollar and the United States as a superpower. Another headline shared by Jimmy Dore, Saudi Arabia's petrodollar exit, a global financial paradigm shift. Max says 100%. So Jimmy Dore wrote, what this means is the end of the USA as a superpower. This story should be the top story on every newscast and front page headline of every newspaper, but it is not even being talked about. Just like it wasn't talked about when the petrodollar was propping up the American economy. Every country in the world holds huge amounts of US dollars because of the petrodollar. There are more than 100 bills in Russia than there are in the USA. That is because of the petrodollar. This is also going away, and there is going to be a precipitous top of the value of the US dollar. This is bigger than most people can grasp, mostly because the petrodollar was never explained to them in the first place. This means soon the US dollar will no longer be the reserve currency of the world, and that will spark a Great Depression inside the US that we can't print money to fix it. All these kinds of calamities were supposed to happen under Trump, where our old friends stopped working with us and the world turned against the US. Of course, this is all happening precisely because of the neocon policies of war and sanctions that Biden has implemented and the media has cheered on. You won't be told about this on the corporate news anytime soon. And when it finally is discussed, they won't tell you the truth about it, and certainly won't tell you what actually caused it to happen. It is now kind of too late for a revolution to fix the country. So they're ultimately saying the United States is doomed. It's downhill from here, and the dollar is completely screwed as well. You know what I mean? And I always highly recommend following Max Keiser. He has some great insights, always sharing great insights. And yeah, at the end of the day, the dollar is doomed is the overall sentiment. But let's get deeper into this prediction. A Bitcoin hitting 500 Gs, shall we? Bitcoin will hit 500 Gs because the US will start a giant hash war with Iran and Venezuela. And it's already started. In fact, Keiser's already been talking about it. Thanks to Tehran potentially controlling 3% of the Bitcoin hash rate already, and Venezuela briefly accepting Bitcoin payments, the U.S. joining the fight for Bitcoin supremacy is only a matter of time. Quoting him here, Iran has already got 3% of the global hash rate. So now I think Venezuela will get 3 to 5% pretty quickly. This is the game theory we always prophesize about, fam. And then at some point, America will say, we've got to enter the 21st century space race of mining Bitcoin. And then they'll try to seek 20% of the hash rate. And then security goes up dramatically, and the price goes from 400,000 to 500,000 per bitty. And for Keiser, repeating previous arguments, Bitcoin represents the reformation of free speech. Amen. Which governments deny citizens of by controlling the currency, and therefore the entirety of their position within the state. Quoting Max again, Bitcoin is the Mona Lisa of the 21st century. It is self-aware. It is observing us through the quantum mechanical aspects of technology, and is channeling the eyes of God. So this God looking at us through the protocol and trying to figure out, how do we fix this human species? Because we have gone way off track due to the central banking. Good point. That's why we believe that Bitcoin is God hacking humanity, which is another quote from the high priest. The current situation on the macro markets versus the suffering of many Americans, exemplified by the Black Lives Matter protests, speaks to Keiser's point. Anger with the government and the dilution of the US dollar contrasts with stock markets seeing their best quarter since 2011. And at the time, the Federal Reserve has taken ownership of huge chunks of the equity markets, equal to 30% of the US gross domestic product. And last week, Keiser appealed to protesters to abandon their mode of retaliation and simply buy some biddies instead. Quoting him here, the truth is, if you want individual sovereignty, if you want justice, if you want uncensorable, unconfiscatable, indestructible wealth, there is only one way to go. And that, my friend, is Bitcoin. So there you go. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the top G, the high priest, Max Keiser. Fantastic words from Max. I think he is on the money with that. The story is behind is that they cannot use the dollar or the euros anymore. Yeah, yo. Russia knows what's up. Venezuela knows what's up. Iran knows what's up. The rest of the world knows what's good. Stacking them biddies. You already know. The dollar is going the way of the dinosaur. Buy Bitcoin while you still can. And free Ross. Amen. Another thing Trump promised us, if he is elected, he said he would pardon Ross Ulbricht day one on the job. which is pretty amazing if he actually follows through with that. And he said he would consider pardoning Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, which we need as well. I think it should be a group deal. We replace Julian and Ross. We remove them from prison, be pardoned by Trump, and we throw in Fauci, Biden, and as a bonus, we throw in Jay Powell and Jamie Dimon. I think that's a good trade. They get 4 for 2. So we're getting 2 out of the prison because they represent humanity and the people and the right thing, right? And all they did was do good things. First marketplace Bitcoin was traded was the Silk Road. I mean, he's a legend, Ross Ulbricht. And then Julian, he's protecting Americans by exposing the corruption within the government via WikiLeaks. So let those 2 out, and then we'll give you the people we don't like, who are clearly criminals that don't need trials, because we know they're clearly criminals. And we'll throw Bill Gates in there as well. So it'll be a 5 for 2 deal, a no-brainer. I think everyone in the human species will agree with that. Let me know if I'm off, but just an idea. Again, not political advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But if I was the president, I would surely do that. Just saying. Oil equals black gold, but gold is outdated, and hence the U.S. will use Bitcoin to back the green one. BRICS, when it was created, was the worst day of the U.S. dollar. They have been working to get off the petrodollar since inception, and it finally happened. Wow. Sign of the times. Give the U.S. dollar 90 days. I saw another post from Max. He said, within 90 days, the dollar... Let me know your thoughts on that. Dollar is doomed. You know what that means for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 500,000. Send it, my friends. Send it.
Oh yeah, we heard Kramer report that. He said, we bought more bags, till we got a sword back. Can't short your dork, we can't afford that.
Haha. So you already know, family. Pump the likes, pump the stream. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. The latest from Jan 3, Samson Mow predicting a 10 milli Bitcoin price. And if that's not bullish enough for you, I'm going to hit you with the Hein. Hit him with the Hein! The tides are changing. The House of Representatives have voted 208 to 207 in favor of holding Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress. Whoa, isn't Garland the Attorney General of the United States? Correct me if I'm wrong. I recognize the name. I recall that being an Attorney General, but I don't recall Merrick. I don't know the guy's full name there. That's interesting. Warner, JV for Prez. That's right. I promise all the American people, we will pardon all the innocents from the prison system. Probably millions that don't belong to be there, especially those who were involved in a incarceration involving cannabis. I don't think they belong there. We're going to free them all. And then everyone who was prosecuted under corruption, a lot of people, a lot of freedom fighters, they're all going to be pardoned as well. It includes Edward Snowden. It includes WikiLeaks guy, Julian Assange. And it includes Ross Ulbricht. And who else can we add to the list? Let me know. And then we're going to give all the traitors, all the treasonous traitors of the U.S., we're going to throw them in a prison cell. How's that sound? Let me know. Relax and breathe. Love Max's unvarnished truth. Stack them stats. Shout out Judson. What up? What up? Yeah, he is the lead of the DOJ. That's what's up. So that is the Attorney General Garland. Interesting. Department of Justice, eh? I think I sent something to him one time. That's why I recognize the name. Yeah. I sent some affidavits to Mr. Garland. I sure did. The dollar is not doomed within the fiat family because the others are worse. The others are worse. Maybe the fiat for the US dollar will be the final boss of fiat. And once the dollar implodes, the rest of it's done. And we move on to a Bitcoin standard. How about that? Promise you won't poop your pants. Ha ha. Garland is in contempt of Congress due to the fact he refused to release the video of Biden and Hunter. Good. Good. T. Dillard. Sounds perfect, JV. He also predicted 1 million quickly after the halving. Did you see the video of Hunter Dragon? Yes, I did see the video. I didn't get confirmation if that was actually Hunter because people in the comments were like, that's not him. So I never know what to believe. But from a distance, it looks like him. And he was actually dragging a lady, just like Diddy did with Cassie. He was beating her up in the hallway. But this time, if it was Hunter, I don't know. So if it was, allegedly, he was dragging her leg by the leg and put her back in the room. So who knows what kind of torture that lady went through, for Christ's sake. If that is Hunter and it's confirmed, the dude needs to be locked up regardless. There's too much footage of him with underage girls and very sus thing. There was a whole book written about what was found on his laptop. I must not be the only one who come across the information on X. I don't even follow people regarding the topic, but it just pops up. So if it's in my face, it must be in everyone else's face, I would assume. But I digress. How about Charlie? We talking about Charlie Munger? He's dead, bro. He's unalived. Or are we talking about a different Charlie? We're talking about who's the other Charlies around here in crypto? Charlie Lee? Charlie Sheen? Whatever happened to him? I'm pretty sure that was Hunter. Right on. It's Hunter. Well, you guys say it's Hunter. It's Hunter. What do I know? JB Saludos, Chile, representing Latin America. Let's go. No, Hunter, her did a deposition of JB about classified documents. Oh, I don't know who her is. How's the greatest criminals? Oh, speaking of criminals, I got the perfect track for you guys.
Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
Oh, Charlie Shrem. That's right. He is my friend. I like Charlie, actually. Charlie Shrem's a good guy. Shout out, Charlie. Good guy. Anyways, fam, now for our feature story of the day. Let's discuss the latest from Jan 3, Samson Mow, and his $10 million Bitcoin price prediction, as well as the latest insights he just recently shared on X. You can see the headline here. It's going to be explosive. Samson Mow predicts $10 million Bitcoin price, but I want to start with some of these recent tweets in which he shared. He wrote, "This matches with my analysis too," referring to this tweet from Adam Back. "With so many left bell curve traders popping up to confidently explain, the short interest increase is just a cash and carry trade. It is no wonder why we constantly see so many liquidations. Like the carry trade didn't exist before this week. So there are some entities shorting massively on futures, and they are likely going to get annihilated soon, which will also push the prices up. Bitcoin being kept at sub 0.07 million, which is 70 G's, baby, is like compressing a coil. It is going to be explosive to the upside soon." And this was off the back of Adam Back's, pun intended, no pun intended, actually, tweet who wrote, "The data doesn't lie. Some basis for trading for sure, but it is a modest percentage. And if your basis trading on the crypto exchange, the collateral is Bitcoin, not ETFs. Plus, someone is buying the CME futures to buy now, pay later. So the buying is happening anyway, just on futures instead of its spot. It is all offset." And then just today, Samson Mow made another tweet. That was June 12th. Yep, today at 3:19 p.m. before we went live. Already got over 8,000 views. And he wrote, "Energy dominance equals hash rate dominance equals economic dominance. Countries that embrace Bitcoin mining will become the next economic superpowers." And again, this is all in alignment with everything we shared earlier. Trump embracing Bitcoin mining, hash wars, as we discussed, Iran, Venezuela, and USA wanting a piece of the pie. And as he circled right here, there's no such thing as a low energy rich country. Preach. And let's dive deeper into the story. And shout out to Samson Mow. By the way, good guy right there. Cryptopreneur Samson Mow projected an explosive rise for the biddies, predicting Bitcoin reaching 10 million per coin. This forecast comes in a period of nothing when the Bitcoin price stabilized at around 70 G's since mid-May and been trading sideways since. The last significant price movement frustrated traders and investors, leading to speculation about the market manipulation. Meanwhile, Adam Back, a key figure in the crypto space, he also played a great role in the introduction of Bitcoin, as they used a lot of the technologies he's already invented to launch Bitcoin, just FYI. So he is like Very early adopter there. With ties for the Bitcoin mysterious creator, Satoshi. That's right. I even watched a documentary one time that questioned, what if Adam Back was Satoshi? Some people actually believe that, so you just never know. Now, some also believe that Satoshi is a collective of people, which could have consisted of Adam Back being one of many. What are your thoughts on that theory, family? So anyways, he suggested the current price suppression might be due to the certain sellers urgently needing cash. These sellers, according to the programmer, are offloading their holdings, and once their limited supply is exhausted, the market should start to rise again. He indicated that the data supporters and the presence of basis trading, where the collateral is Bitcoin rather than Bitcoin ETFs, and highlighted that buying activity is still occurring through the CME futures, which points to latent demand, which again, he just shared here. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on some of that. Now, Mow supported Back's analysis, noting the rise in short interest from new, less experienced traders who misinterpret the cash and carry trade. He argued the significant shorting activity on futures is likely unsustainable, and those involved could face massive liquidation soon, like we're witnessing, driving the Bitcoin price upward. Mow likened the current suppressed state of the price to the compressed coil ready to spring, suggesting that it is poised for a dramatic increase. Furthermore, he emphasized that Bitcoin trading below 70 Gs is an anomaly, given its trajectory. He expressed confidence that not only would 1 million per Bitcoin eventually seem like a bargain, but the price would ultimately surge to $10 million per Bitty, making it a pivotal investment for the future. So there you have it, crypto fam. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Samson Mow that the Bitcoin price will likely be a spring coil to infinity and beyond, surpassing 7 figures and eventually hitting the inevitable 8-figure milestone of 10 million per Bitty. Holla at your boy. I'm going to read these comments out loud and welcome everyone just joining the live stream. We live it in the flesh. Pharma bro was vexed. We milked the system to the extreme. It was almost performative, says Silas. I think Satoshi is a group of brilliant people, not an individual, Darth says. But then my question becomes, let's just hypothetically say that theory is correct. Let's say Satoshi is a collective of 8 brilliant individuals. Who was the individual actually writing as Satoshi? Because it may have been a collective, but who was the individual writing as Satoshi in the forums? Yeah, I mean, I want to know that. There's no reason not to believe Adam Back isn't Satoshi. Satoshi walked away to do other things, enter Blockstream to build on top of the creation, says Tony. June 20th is the 8th week since the halving. Historically, the parabolic run happens 6 to 9 weeks after the halving. Be patient and put your trade tables in the upright positions. Boom! Shakalaka. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. What most people don't know or forget is there's only 16 million Bitcoin. Why? 3.6 million have been permanently lost. Oops, tossed out of the HD on my keys. Satoshi holds over 1 million bitties, and that's over 100 original wallets. True. I heard it was 1.1 million-ish. The hedge funds do both 50% long and 50% shorts. They get the arbitrage. Let us get that 1 million first, Monaco. Word. Yeah, you think El Salvador would become a vacation destination in a couple of years thanks to the biddies? I think it's already become a great vacation destination. Numbers don't lie, family. I don't get the group theory. Satoshi was one man, says JBZ. Let's turn Elvis's songs into Bitcoin songs. You can do that with AI. In fact, I saw you can put the craziest songs and convert. I heard yesterday Tupac Hit 'Em Up 1950 style, bro. It was the craziest thing I've ever heard. Tupac Hit 'Em Up 1950s like Motown style. AI can do it like that. Satoshi definitely bought the biddies from another wallet. It says Cosmocom. Satoshi equals the BlackRock Aladdin. What's the BlackRock Aladdin? I've heard of that, Kepler. I think I should leave now. Might be better if I'm not here. If something comes up, I wasn't even here. You're a ghost, I3. You are officially a ghost. How else will he be rich enough to stay anonymous? 504 on X. Appreciate the X fam. Thank you guys. And shout out to the one and only DMX. Rest in peace, brother. Joseph. Appreciate you. Rocket ship to the moon. Send it. Let's get it. You know how we do. Howdy, fam.
Wait for the pump to come, we should have bought that. Yeah. Crypto to zero, they really thought that. Again, you can call me
3 AC because I'm blowing it up. Short squeeze on the chart. Yeah, it's going to pump.
Pump it up, don't you know?
Trump it up. You got to trump it up. Don't you know? Trump it up. Satoshi is most likely a tiny traveling alien robot So you're ultimately saying the alien from that Stephen Greer documentary where the alien was this big and they did the DNA test and confirmed it was real, that's Satoshi. The little being that was this big. That's Satoshi, is what you're telling me. Interesting. Oh, yeah, you heard in the club? I did. I heard a few. 50 Cent's been sharing AI renditions of his music. I heard Window Shoppa, 1950 style, and in the club as well. They're pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so you're too hype right now, agreed? Leave and watch the cameras and be safe. I don't sweat my bread. It's just in my head. I lost 25 G's USD in the last few months. How'd you lose that? And are you investing in ish coins is my question, unknown user. Because if you would have just stacked sats, you wouldn't be down whatsoever. You might even be in the green. You know what I mean? The time-traveling alien robot, Space Mushroom Fuzz. Interesting. Imagine advanced beings this big with 1 million times more intelligence than we have. Let that sink in, yo. 60 G's, baby! Mono. Thoughts on Trump's plan for the Bitcoin mining? I didn't get to hear the whole interview, but we read the highlights today, and that's good. That's fantastic. That's great. Exactly what Max Keiser has been predicting. Bitcoin game theory taking place here in the United States. You know what I mean? I'll reiterate what Max shared in the tweet. Iran has already got 3% of the global hash rate. So now I think Venezuela will get 3 to 5% pretty quickly. No one wants to get left behind. And then at some point, America will say, we've got to enter the 21st century space race of Bitcoin mining, which is precisely what Trump just declared. And then they'll try to seek 20% of the hash rate. Imagine that. United States conquering 20% of the hash. Then security goes up dramatically and the price goes to 400, 500,000 per coin. That's MIB. We are the Men in Black Galaxy Defenders. Now, do you know the Men in Black is based loosely off of the... Actually, we're on YouTube. I won't talk about it. We'll talk about it later. I was going to mention MJ12. Majestic. But that's a topic for another conversation. Uncensored. MIBs. Let's go. I like to think Satoshi watches Crypto Newsletter. Oh, of course. Of course. But the truth is, Satoshi, if it is an advanced being, they don't need to actually tune in. They can just channel what's going on through the ether, pun intended. The difficulty for mining would be off the charts. Whoa. Wait, let me correct that. Wow. Satoshi needs to keep a low profile, even if the NSA knows who he is. They may not wish to rock the boat, or he could be a citizenship of a country that would mistreat him more than the U.S. Good insights there, Silas. 520 on X. Thank you, X-Fam. We believe Russia has nuclear subs by Cuba. Oh, I heard some stuff. Also, there's supposed to have been some ships off the coast of Florida owned by Russia, allegedly, from some news I read this morning. I come for the news, but stay for the JV singing. Exactly why I sing Melda exclusively for you. All the singing is dedicated to Melda. I'm just saying. Darth Melda, the one and only. We all need Satoshi, and we all are Satoshi. Pretty much. Maybe Satoshi is living in the countryside close to nature, left computing behind. Maybe he's on the other side of the ice wall in Antarctica. Just saying. We don't know what's on that other... We're on YouTube, JP. I digress. It's a fair question, wouldn't you say? What do you say? Let me know.
I've got another halving for you.
Cuba's off the coast of Florida. Cuba. Send me some of those Cuban cigars, eh? Maybe Satoshi is in a van down by the river. How many small traders were wiped out today with the 2K? Oh, yeah. That's why we say be very careful trading with leverage. Expect more extreme volatility. I've been preaching this every day. I know Jennifer preaches it. But leading into a halving, we always have extreme volatility and post-halving extreme volatility, and we're in that time frame right now. So, yeah, there could be drastic volatility to the upside, to the downside in a single day. Like, for example, we tapped 70, dropped back down. We were 66 just like the other day. Now we're back at 68. So it's really liquidating shorts and longs, and the market maker is winning. And market maker is very good at winning because that's what the market maker does best. Breathe and relax. It's almost time for the rumble. I can't breathe. I can't relax. Not even Nipsey can relax right now. Look at that. High alert. High alert. Burn high alert, Jennifer. The MIBs are in the chat, JB. Oh, boy. We are the men in black. Dedicate this to Melda. You feel me? Why don't you wear your NASA shirt ever? Well, first and foremost, I don't own a NASA shirt. I would never own a NASA shirt. And even if NASA sent me some really fly gear, I would refuse to rock it. No pun intended. I would refuse to rock it. Too many casino players in the stock market. Nippinator! Indicator spotted. Mono. I trade leverage trades. I won't do it with this extreme volatility. Yes, and tell your husband no. I know he likes to leverage trade as well. Just say no. Satoshi could be Australian when it comes to using bloody. Well, they say he definitely used a accent from like England or the UK. Factual, right? Now, whether he was pretending to do that or if it was legitimate is another question. But Adam Back is also from the UK and would speak with one of those accents. Also, he did several spaces after a period, which is unusual as well, right? I studied a little bit of the phonetics of, Satoshi's communications. So I found that interesting, actually. JV, Martha Stewart, or Kathy Wood? I think they're both old women. Personally, I'm not attracted to the older women. So not my cup of tea. But as far as smarts, definitely Kathy Wood. She's a Bitcoiner. I've never heard Martha Stewart embracing Bitcoin. So I would definitely say Kathy. And just FYI, bro, I think you spell Kathy with a C. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But what about you, broskies? Who do you prefer? Now, is Martha Stewart like a hot thing or something? I'd never visualized her as this. I don't think I've seen a picture of Martha Stewart in like 20 years. So what do I know? Rocket joke too clever. It's trolling you a wee bit. No human could have 68, billion sitting dormant. The aliens are evolving this human experiment towards a robot takeover. Assange could be Satoshi. Imagine that. I told him no this morning before the movement. No way, your husband. He thanked me this afternoon. That's hilarious. Martha Stewart, she can cook and probably grows fireweed. Well, here's the thing. Kathy Wood is so wealthy, we can have full-time chefs at the house, and we don't need Martha. Is Martha really going to cook for me, or is she only going to cook when she's on TV? That's the question I ask. I don't know. Martha Stewart, she can cook and probably grows fireweed. Are you saying you don't think Kathy can grow fireweed? Leverage equals liquidity equals stupidity. I like that one, Greg. Coder. Monon. I would drink Kathy's bath water, then have Martha make a sandwich afterwards. Wow, Don is a gangster. Respect. Yes, JV. Why would you think any otherwise? Kathy Wood, because of Bitcoin. What you think? Exactly. We're on the same page, brother. Great minds think alike. You know how to make a fortune? Start out with a large fortune. That's a good one, Devon. Assange is too smug to be Satoshi. Caitlin Long. Is that equal greater than Kathy Wood? I always mix up the greater than less than symbol since school days. But I'm assuming you're saying Caitlin Long is greater than Kathy Wood. Is that correct? Adam says true. Word. Well, here's what we're going to do is Bitcoin price continues to pump. We're above 68.4. We're up 1,100 on the day. This is a celebration, family. The Nipster is going wild. Whoa. Ruff, ruff. Ow, ow, ow. Anyways, we're going to continue with the... I got Nipsey's attention. We're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod exclusively everywhere except YouTube. So if you're on X, you're golden. If you're on Rumble, you're golden. You're on Kick, you're golden. You're on Twitch, you're golden. You're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the frick out of here. I encourage you to visit Rumble so you can interact in the chat here on the uncensored version of the pod. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, head on over to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net and let's get ready to rumble. And the crowd is going wild. That's right. So yeah, head on over to Rumble, fam. Rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. We're about to switch it out right now. Pump it up.